what I would say is education is dramatically changing. It's changing fast. And the problem with education now is the system is rigged to a certain extent. Not every university, but a lot of them. And what's incredibly unfair is that based on your zip code or where you grew up or whether or not your parents have money, it will determine whether or not you can get into certain schools. And a lot of times you'll meet people that went to certain elite schools. And after getting to know them for a while, after a while, you're like, I don't get it. How did this person get into that school? You know, they're no better than I am. And a lot of times it's because of legacy. Their parents went there or their parents donated a lot of money. Very wealthy parents will hire people to get their kids into these schools and lie. We've all seen the reports on people lying on their applications. And the problem is that we've only heard of a handful of these situations, but I promise you it happens all the time. Why is it that somebody who's very rich or very successful, why is it their kids get into these great schools? Why? Are their kids born just as brilliant or hardworking? No. I believe there's a lot of unethical activity happening that we just don't know about. And so a lot of people get in these great schools because their parents have money or because their parents have connections. That's not fair. I gave a TEDx talk years ago where I talked about how T can fix all problems in the world. TEA, technology, education, and acceptance. I think if everybody had equal access to education and there was no, elitism occurring within the educational sector, that we wouldn't have the problems we have in the world today. We all have the right to food, air, water, freedom of religion. Why can't we all get the right access to education? We can. We can at an affordable price online. And so what I think is going to happen with universities, my long-term vision, I think this is going to happen. I think the top 50 or so universities in the world will be harder to get into, but I think that the mid-tier and lower tier ones that still cost $100K to go to a year or whatever, I think you're going to go bankrupt. I think hundreds of them are going to go bankrupt, universities. Why? Because it doesn't make sense to spend $100,000 on a 4-year education where in many cases you don't learn valuable skills you can use immediately in the world. You don't need a university degree anymore to get a job at Google, Apple, Facebook, Wells Fargo, IBM, and many, many other companies. You don't. So I think the age of educational elitism are behind us or soon will be. And I believe you're only as good as your last game. I do. And your net worth is based on your network. And so you can read my book here on networking for free. Go to my website, haroon.education.com, download it for free. Because I promise you the stuff I teach in that book, humbly, will help you much more to become successful in business than having some university bless you because you have an MBA.